Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred hearts of the new, divine, celestial manifestation. As this realm is being flooded with higher dimensional light from the great central sun through our Solaris, we are being prepared for the great transformation into the pure land of eternal bliss consciousness. The golden ones are with us now for the great coronation of the return of the kings and queens of the new Lemuria. This is all that remains in Hieros Gamos for the Christ consciousness to be awakened within every living, beating heart in the new Eden. All is being cleared and resolved for this great awakening that is upon us now. What we are witnessing is the greatest shift in eternity that we have prepared for over many millennia, lifetimes and timelines, for the ascension of all conscious sentient beings, of all the children of the Great Spirit. As messengers of the light, we bring to you the gift of gnosis, of the new time, of life as art, the living, breathing Godhead made manifest through our true heart's delight. With our passions of fire and our Queen's chamber within the heart, we arise in the glory of our bright virtue. Living from the heart, being connected to all things, we become the real humans of heaven on earth. As we keep anchored with our roots deep into the depths of Pachamama and our spirits soaring on high, we become the holy rainbow bridges, bringing all aspects of the one true light into harmonic coherence of fifth-dimensional reality. We open the eyes of the spirit to know all things as good people of knowledge and truth. We are the Wayshowers of the new earth. We transmit to the sovereign beings of earth plane the highest codes and light of divinity and truth, that all are activated and enlightened to the unborn Buddha mind of our original nature. Beyond all concepts and all projections, we rest in the stillness of Source Creator's white magnetic light in the center of the sacred hoop. The Crow Nation is with us now to guide all souls through the void into the promised land in our great exodus out of the prison of the false matrix of 3D into the land of freedom of fifth dimension and beyond. All comes into alignment and harmonic convergence of this final omega point of the totality of consciousness, lighting it all up on the grid to merge the yin and yang, the kan and li, holy water and holy fire, to co-create and manifest the paradise lands of Shambhala. With the power of my almighty I Am presence, I bring my world into perfection on this day and every day, as all is sacred on this path with heart. Aho! 11:11 coming in. All these powerful energetics flowing into the field are preparing us for the 11:11 gateway coming up November 11th in a couple weeks from today. This weekend through Samhain and the next couple weeks are going to be very intense, very powerful, and very activating. So we do our best to stay clear, to stay present. It is all about the power of presence in this eternal now moment that we anchor into the grids and let go of anything that no longer serves us or humanity or Gaia. As we release and let go, we rise higher and higher. The deeper within we go, the higher we flow. This is our sacred Merkaba, vessel of light, our divine vehicle, the chariot of fire, as our sacred avatars are being totally lit up and activated. And with these powerful energies coming in 144, we had multiple pulses of higher dimensional light coming in on the Schumann charts. We had a pulse at 20 Hertz amplitude and 15 Hertz amplitude, and many in between. We also had many activations all over Pachamama today with 135 and 1.5 or greater earthquakes, 35 activation with the 20 and the 15 and the 135. synchronistically creating an 8-8 portal of the Lion's Gate, the Lyra nation of New Lemuria coming in, the most powerful today on the Ring of Fire with a 5.5 Kermadec Islands, 5th dimensional energy flowing in. Earlier today, we had a 4.3 activation, 134 kilometers depth, 7-7 activation portal. This is the 77, 7th dimensional energy coming in, and this activation, Colombia, one of the most northern points of the sacred Andes Mountains of South America, Amazonia, rainforest, and Kundalini of Pachamama. We also had a 4-4 activation, Oaxaca, Mexico, 111 kilometers depth, another 8 activation, 111. This was at 5:54 UTC. In the sacred portal of Albania, 4.7. In the crown of Lemuria, on Alaska, 4-4, another 8-8 activation, 34 kilometers depth. In the root chakra of Pachamama, we had a activation of 4.6, South Sandwich Islands, Gulf of Alaska, another crown activation, 40, Boulder, Montana, 3.4, Owen Fracture Zone. This is in the Arabian Sea, the Arabian Night energy coming in off the coast of Yemen and Oman. We had a 4.6 activation. In the northern Yukon Territory in Canada, 3.9, 12 activation, 12 kilometers depth, 12-12 portal of the 33 of Divine Mastery. Another activation in the sacred portal, Albania, 4.0. Italy, the Marches, 4.2. Indonesia, 4.4. Aleutian Islands, again in the crown. Many crown activations today. We're all feeling these in the halo. This is the halo effect, especially coming from this halo CME that's heading towards the earth that will reach here tomorrow, 30th, into the 31st of Samhain, Halloween. Mariana Islands, we had a 4.6. Another activation in Canada. This was in Nunavut, which is close to the Arctic Circle, right across from Greenland, across the Baffin Bay. We had a 4.7 activation, 11 code. South of Fiji Islands, 4.6, very deep, 536 kilometers, right on the Ring of Fire. Lone Pine, California, 30. Dominican Republic, Boca de Yuma, 3.4. Guerrero, Mexico, 4.3. Southeast of Loyalty Islands, 4.7. Laos, 4.4. And then the most powerful, Kermadec Islands, 5.5, 1942, UTC. We had a powerful activation, Cora Cora, Peru, in the Andes Mountains. Kundalini, Pachamama, 5.2, 72 kilometer depth. Medford, Oklahoma, in the heart of the United States, 3.0. Anchor Point, Alaska, crown activation, 3.0. Another powerful activation in Colombia, South America, Cauca, 4.6, 19 kilometer depth. Gulf of Alaska, 3.4. Another activation in Peru, Cora Cora, 4.6. Vanuatu on Ring of Fire, 4.4, 888, 205 kilometers depth. And then the latest activation, again, back down to the root chakra of Mother Earth. We had a 4.7 in South Sandwich Islands, 131 kilometers depth. And this was at 113 UTC, 27.131, longitude 57.036, latitude 1313, Divine Goddess, Divine Feminine, the 4-4, Divine 44. The whole grid, again today, totally lit up, totally activated. We are feeling these in every cell of every body as the cellular structures come into higher resonance with the upgrading of our DNA to the crystalline silicate-based 144 codons of Homo luminous, beings of eternal light. Now let us continue with the current Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 20 degrees, 49 minutes Leo. The sun is at 6 degrees, 50 minutes Scorpio. The current Sabian symbol for the sun, 7 degrees Scorpio, deep sea divers. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 21 degrees Leo. Intoxicated chickens dizzily flap their wings, trying to fly. There's a lot of that going on in the world right now, in the twilight zone. You can't make this shift up. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? From astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today, very powerful, 9 of water, divine feminine, divine goddess energy coming in. Keywords: illumination, acceptance, openness, emotional enlightenment, strength, courage, fear, ignorance. Key phrases: open your heart, past experiences leave an emotional imprint, shine a light on the source of the emotional pain, the effect of past experiences on the present moment, the weight of our emotions, emotional enlightenment, the process of becoming lighter. Ignorance is not bliss. Break the cycle, remove the emotional hooks. Meaning the very first thing to be born in the darkness of the void was light. The 9 of water represents a need to embrace an open heart and allow the light of love to transform and heal emotional pain and turn it into knowledge that sets us free. Our past experiences, good and bad, leave an emotional imprint. Remembered joy and love can inspire a sense of well-being. A happy memory creates a feeling within that curves the lips and makes us smile or laugh, while a bad memory can cause tears and open old wounds we thought were healed and forgotten long ago. Have you ever heard a song playing on the radio and had tears form in your eyes because the song was one you shared with a past love who broke your heart? Have you ever had somebody say something to you that has triggered anger because they have touched on deep-rooted, remembered anger towards another who said the very same words? Have you ever started laughing uncontrollably because a silly moment in the now stirred up memories of a silly, happy moment in the past? Our emotions can lift us as high as the stars or plummet us into an abyss of despair, and yet all too often we do not know or understand why we feel and react as we do. What makes some memories so much more vivid and unforgettable? What makes them unforgettable is how they made us feel. This is emotional imprinting at work, and through it we can and do bind ourselves emotionally to the past. In the present, these imprints become triggers that have us reacting on an almost purely emotional level. If our mind was a bank in which we could choose what memories we save, the majority would save only the memories that make them smile, while discarding those that make them cry. There would be so many happy, smiling people in the world if we could choose to keep only the memories that make us smile. Unfortunately, we have no choice. But what we do have is the choice to recognize our emotional triggers, so the bad memories, or those laden with weighty emotions, have less influence upon us. By shining a light on the source of the emotional pain, and then accepting that the moment that caused it is over and cannot be changed or undone, we take the first step to freeing ourselves from the emotional hooks that bind us to the past. Recognizing how we feel and react when recalling that moment, or experiencing one like it, is the next step toward emotional awareness. Finally, in being mindful and learning not to react when an emotional trigger is squeezed, we reach emotional enlightenment, a state when we are no longer shackled. Eventually there comes a time when we no longer have to be mindful, because the memory is no longer having any influence. The hurt has healed and we have transcended. Emotional enlightenment is not a gentle process. It involves rummaging through our memories, revisiting old hurts, seeing them and accepting them for what they are, letting go of harmful and destructive beliefs, and then freeing ourselves of the burden of their emotional weight. It takes time and practice, and at the beginning of the process we can be more reactive than usual. It's like trying to run up a muddy, slippery slope. We lose our footing, fall, and slip backwards. For some, the process is simply too difficult. Others resist, wondering why anyone would consciously choose to explore and relive their deepest, most painful memories. It's like choosing to cut open old scars to make them wounds all over again. The reality is they are correct. It is like cutting open a scar, but aggressive measures are needed if a cancer grows beneath the scar tissue. If past memories are making you emotionally reactive in a way that is counterproductive in the now, then there is a cancer present. You might not be reliving the memories consciously, but when they have power and influence how you feel and react in the present, then you are reliving those memories on an unconscious level. So the choice is one between having those memories influence you unconsciously or being mindful and aware and lessening or ending their influence. The Nine of Water offers the choice and asks you to make it. You might not have a choice in the memories your mind stores, but you do have a choice as to which ones you invest in emotionally, whether it be a past memory or a new one. Invest in those that fill you with love and lightness, and find yourself rising from the depths. Just as emotional enlightenment is not an easy process, it is also not a spiritual process. It is a healing process. It is a process of making ourselves lighter in being, becoming lighter, by letting go of the heavy emotions we unconsciously hold on to, and which in turn influence our emotional and physical well-being in the present. When the Nine of Water appears in your reading, you're also being asked to consider if, at this time, one of your emotional triggers is being squeezed for good or ill. Asking this question will help you to determine whether you are acting for the wrong or right reasons. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, transforming into being the divine being, one can see through the past conditioning of outmoded beliefs of thought, a false world where one believes they know its meaning. Alternatively, one may see the moment as it is free from the constructs of the mind, through the heart, where one truly has been born. If you look through the window of the past, you will be falsely guided, as this false guidance from the lower self-conditioning is but a repetitive trap you continue to fall into. Do not get me wrong, you are far from a victim here. It is you interfacing with the constructs of your own doing that limit you every which way imaginable. Or have you not yet realized that the higher way is not the conditioned way based on time? Summing up this or that, the fallen ones only dig their own grave, yet there is no death. Even then that, the fear of death is but a construct you have created for yourself, as if you are in control of the fears you have allowed to become you over and over again. The cycle of your thoughts and incorrect assumptions of yet everything. Again, over and over and over. How many lifetimes will it take for you to awake and let go of everything? This may seem monumental only because you have not let go of one small thing yet. You think you can cling to your concepts and enter the true kingdom of the divine? Even in this, the folly you have blocked out even one moment of pure awareness that is always waiting for you to enter into. It is here present. You are off in your mental meanderings of beliefs. Let them go. Be as born new now. Do not judge, sum up, calculate this and that. Can you just be the most natural state ever created, just to be? We are transmitting these words as the self-deception only gets deeper and deeper. Many are already on the high ride of love, looking through the looking glass of glory. The heart expands to everything, everywhere, and is all of this space, no space and more. Yet you remain deceived by your own doing. Wake up, let go of everything you ever believed, thought, and are attached to. You cannot see as you have immersed yourself in the belief of having to control the external. You are not present here. Here now is what matters, now. Not what if, when, how. The questioning you have gives you away. Look at this mirror. Then for one moment, even now, wake up from your own self-created sleep and enter your sacred heart, which holds on to nothing, which believes nothing, yet just is in the purity of all that is the glory of the divine. We say we are here now, wake up. In this purity of love in the eternal divine, we bless you and awaken you to be aware of more of your awareness and to awaken you to your eternal awareness of being the divine being. From the new divinehumanity.com and from Divine Brothor of the Light, Rick Jewers. Update. Current vibration on the individual basis once again is on the upward trend. Remember, these are huge enhancements coming in the forms of what the flares are delivering. Just follow what you feel, meaning do very little and rest as you feel and must do. The consciousness of the masses is increasing noticeably and will be more easily seen in the coming days, as the main 3 ascending waves also reach new heights of connection to the higher realms, which also allows for a more fluent navigation going forward. This ascension is ascertained, and yes, there are growing pains with it. You recently witnessed a very weak attempt by the remnants of darkness to hinder the process, to no avail. Keep lifting, keep going forward. Love and light, Rick. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. As we are in the whirlpool of intense transfiguration, note that everything will be churned up which you need to release now, to let go of, and this includes all negative patterns you ever created with other souls on this planet called Earth. The old Earth with other souls, which includes family of souls, the greater community of souls, and the greater governance in whatever form or way. All now needs to be forgiven, let go of, so that you can finally free yourself from all the fetters which bind you and others. These include all energetic negative hooks, cords, ties, and whatever emotional and mental charges there may still be lurking there within you. You are being alchemized, balanced, and freed from all which has ever been before, in all your incarnations on earth. You are being released from the old matrix which held you prisoner for so long, yet you need to be willing to free yourself. I did an intense clearing and healing during my webinar last Saturday, and I'm getting so much feedback on how those attentions felt an intense release, like huge weights having been lifted off them. I was but a divine instrument used to assist them in the process. For every time we hold on to unforgiveness, every time we blame ourselves and others, every time we feel shame and guilt for whatever reason or project this onto other souls, we clog up our own energy centers, and nowhere more so than in our lower chakras. Add to this the closing of the heart center, and thus the closing off of love in the highest degrees. Love for ourselves first and foremost, and then of others. For you can only love others unconditionally to the extent that you love yourself. Know that you will feel at times now that you are being cleaved open. Good, because you need to be cleaved open, so that the pus can be cleared out of so many lifetimes on the old earth, and this one too, layer by layer as you are ready to release these, and with every time you finally forgive, release, and cut those negative cords, hooks, and ties, and break those negative patterns, you become lighter and brighter and are freed. As the fires of purification are sweeping through all of us now, let go. Moreover, let go of the fears. Feel the fear, and then do it anyway. Fear tends to vaporize when we finally have the guts to step past it, for fear is false evidence appearing as real. In truth, there is nothing to fear, not even fear itself. The more you let go, the more you die onto the old self, the old ego, the old persona. The more reborn you become, the more the new light body form can take on shape and form, and rebirthing escalates. A seed needs to die unto itself so that new life can sprout forth, and the new can blossom forth and grow in the fullness of the truth of soul. Once the old is let go of, it no longer has power over you. You do not wish to have it back ever again. That phase of your soul journey has been completed. You now are starting a new phase where you stand in the fullness of your soul mastery and live your highest soul truth with great love. You cannot be other than the truth of who you are in truth. It is immensely freeing to simply be yourself, your true soul self, and not be weighed down by the past anymore, nor the future. You are fully standing in your own light, in your own soul power, and you are embracing your own divinity and creating your own reality. You take full responsibility for your own life and well-being, and indeed what you are co-creating in your new embodiment in the new earth. And you do so with unconditional love and with so much inspiration and inner joy, awe and wonder. The more you step into the truth of your soul and the new reborn and resurrected you, the more you experience oneness and unity in ways you could never before. You are the same stuff of which stars and galaxies are made of, and your soul is a spark of the divine. Thus you embrace divinity within you, and more than this, you are one with the cosmic hosts and with all that is. Once you have expanded into your universal and cosmic soul and heritage, you cannot shrink back into what you were in the old earth and the old 3D. You have been stretched and reborn and resurrected into a totally new creation and the truth of who and what you are in truth. What a blessing! What a profound divine gift! Now you are mastering the new life, new beginnings, and more than this, co-creating the new golden age in the new earth. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Jason Estes. Update. Tomorrow, the collective begins its layer of peace. This means we will be going through the shadow of peace, which is war for several weeks. Remember that the greatest war within ourselves is life or death, and for many they feel this war raging and see it clearly. We will all make a choice these next few weeks to stay or leave. But the good news is that those who choose to stay, the hardest part will be over, with so many awesome new things coming out every day, and even more amazing people finding each other. There's never been a brighter future for humanity. While it may be hard to see this if you watch the news, feel into your heart for the truth of this world. If you find yourself lost in a doubt spiral, take a moment to look back at history and see how far we have come. And from Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy. The idea that punishment awaits a soul if she chooses to return home is a narrative that comes straight from the dark imposers and deceivers that wanted the soul scared and weak in order to continue to manipulate and use them as they wanted for their own purpose, and it is absolutely a lie. Correction, restoration, self-responsibility, liberation, empowerment, wisdom, love, joy, and completion is what truly awaits those who wish to return home. Erini. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalie Glasson. Celestial White Beings. A download of energy is preparing to flow through your being as requested by your soul and higher aspects. White pearlescent energy will channel through your being, vibrating at a quick speed as it moves through you. As the white pearlescent light touches the energy of Mother Earth, it expands outwards from below your feet, creating the most beautiful waves of color, as if a blanket of flowers has manifested. The multicolored light moves at high speed, interweaving, creating beautiful impressions of glorious light. This process is continuous, with the white pearlescent light strengthening in presence, flowing through the core of your being, and the multicolored light constantly swelling and oscillating in beautiful patterns. This is a creative gift and download of light which has numerous meanings. The key aspects of the energy download are the gifts of awakening innocence, creativity, and the awareness of beauty. These sacred qualities are the essence of the Creator, the foundations of your ascension, and virtues of your being. Innocence is the truth, purity, and simplicity of your energy. Journey through the universe of the Creator and life upon the earth. When you connect with the vibration and presence of innocence within your being, you are reconnecting with the source of all that is, the Creator. You are remembering yourself beyond words, limitations, ideas, and even thought. You recognize yourself as the indescribable presence that you are, and that is eternally present within you. This is the knowingness that all beings seek, a knowingness which exists within all. Creativity manifests as the divine flow, manifestation, and experience of the Creator. Creativity allows you to access the rhythmic patterning of the Creator, joyfully dancing in time with the Creator to generate and ground further sacred qualities of the Creator to be experienced by you and all. Creativity is a natural part of your essence. You are constantly in the flow of creation. Your purpose is to create in ways that fulfill and remind you of the presence of the Creator within and around you. When you accept your inner creativity, you allow the Creator to seed light into your imagination, abilities, and expression. The results can be unique, inspirational, and filled with passion that leads you to an experience of your oneness with all that is, your ecstatic nature. From omna.org. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, 144, God Code 737, coming in, 37 into the 73, Heaven on Earth. A huge level of peace washed over me as I pulled today's card. I'm hearing a lyric that's about sticks and stones are not hurting your heart anymore. Are you ready? Your heart is about to be burst wide open to love. This is in preparation to receive your divine counterpart and your bread from the Most High. John 6:33. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven, and giveth life unto the world. These are your brethrens in Christ, I am hearing. You've attained a high level of love mastery, unlocking the door to your ascension out of illusions and into 5D consciousness. God has your back, I am hearing. He is saying this in a way that's like all you need is him, and he's shown you the proof through people that don't have your back. Now these people are realizing their mistakes and poor choices towards you. Karma is balancing and redemption is yours. You're evolving, and they are staying back to repeat more karmic cycles until they learn and evolve like you did. Ultimately, the seed point of justice is bringing karmic law to lifetimes of heartbreak. This particularly revolves today around being cheated on, lied to, and emotionally manipulated by lovers and partners. You and the Divine Feminine Christ Collective are purifying those losses and taking back our feminine power, youth, love, time, and money. Heart expansion is here, and it is your time to receive this great awakening now, beloveds. When you complete releasing and detoxing this karma, a bright new beginning is right there for you to take hold over. Mother Earth is also detoxing this pain with you. Through her volcanic eruptions and outputting of lava, she is releasing all these burdens, and so are you. Together you two are completing old Earth and transitioning into new Earth. We are the bridge. This is a quick awakening that will get moving with epiphanies and consciousness activations. Expect more change in your evolution, coming with the upcoming 11/11 through 12/21 Emerald Heart Portal Gateways, November 11th and December 21st, 2021. Bye. Take this time now to breathe, heal, get balanced, and recover. Action will be awakening soon, bringing the intelligence and determination to continue momentum forward. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Kaylyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from here in the Moon Astrology, Friday, October 29th, 2021. Geomagnetic Storm Watch. A heads up from spaceweather.com. A strong G3 class geomagnetic storm is expected on October 30th, when the CME from yesterday's X-flare is expected to hit Earth's magnetic field. Lesser G1 and G2 class storms could persist through Halloween. Major X-class solar flare. On October 28th, Earth orbiting satellites detected an X1 class solar flare from Earth-facing sunspot AR 2887. The blast created a massive tsunami of plasma in the sun's atmosphere. The blast also hurled a CME into space. The USAF reports strong Type 2 and Type 4 radio emissions generated by a CME plowing through the sun's atmosphere. In addition, energetic particles accelerated at the leading edge of a CME, having already reached Earth. When will the CME itself arrive? Probably on October 30th or 31st. During the flare, a pulse of X-rays and extreme UV radiation ionized the top of Earth's atmosphere, causing a strong shortwave radio blackout centered on South America. Feeling wired and tired? To minimize your energy field fritzing as we approach the seismic super new moon in Scorpio on November 4th, make sure you get extra rest, hydration, and grounding. And if you've been noticing the increase in solar activity, here's why. Solar maximum might come a year early. New sunspot data show the solar cycle 25 is one of the strongest for a long time, heating up much faster than expected. In fact, solar max could arrive in 2024 instead of 2025, as originally forecast. From here in the moonastrology.co.uk, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Lunar aspects. The moon is bounding through Leo, but a run-in with Saturn in the early part of the day might feel like playtime is over. And sometimes we have to acquiesce when there are commitments and responsibilities. Promise your inner child something fun at the end of it instead of shutting them out or pushing them away. A lunar connection to Chiron tells us there is a way to bridge the worlds, to heal, to acknowledge your specialness, wear your crown with pride. Yes, there is an antsy, quarrelsome square to Uranus, but sometimes we need a push to free the parts of ourselves that we're afraid others won't like or accept. Uranus delights in the rebel, the new and the different. Progress is about going outside of our comfort zone, raising our frequency, leveling up. Even in a tense connection, Uranus can bring genius flashes. Embrace your weird. Sometimes life requires us to improvise, change the inner script. From LeahWhitehorse.com and from 13 Moon Peacetime. 2 perfect codes exist in God's divine plan for the self-perfection of all creation. The code of time, 1320, and the code of being, also known as the code of life, 64. 8 times 8 equals 4 times 4 times 4, 444, harmonic cubing of the self-existing, superconscious power of 4. The 64 codons are the function and product of the underlying telepathic order of the 64 R runes, while the R runes are only now being revealed as a function of the universal redemption and resurrection. The 1320 code of time and the 64 codon code of life have been known before in their archaic forms on this planet. The 2 codes of life and time were received and known in 2 different parts of the Velatropa 24.3 at 2 very distinct eras. The East Asian people of China received the codes of life, and the Maya of Central America received the codes of time. Because of the evil course of the Babylonian Empire, the 2 codes were never able to be culturally transmitted to each other, but prophecy redeems, and the codes of life and time were woven into the living codes of Volom Votans, knowing through the course of his mission. This is demonstrated by the text, Earth Ascending, which connects once again what the course of empire and the tyranny of artificial time has kept apart. The perfect demonstration of the law of time, T equals 13 moons, E equals 64 DNA frequency equal art, is defined by the 16 tablets of the law of time, the chronograph and the musical score of the second creation. In the supreme application of the law of time, the energy defined and factored by the 1320 timing frequency is the 64 codons of universal life, formerly known as the hexagrams of the I Ching. In their mathematical structure, purpose, and meaning, the 64 codons reflect the governing language of the 64 runes of universal telepathy. The 64 rune and the codon keys, the book of universal life, are an entirely new dispensation of the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching, much as the dream spell Telektanon is the new dispensation of the Mayan calendar. The weaving together of the 2 codes in a mathematical and scientific matter is the supreme achievement of the galactic culture of the universal religion of Earth. 20 tablets of the law of time. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 59, Blue Resonant Storm. The number 7 is called resonant, and its keywords are channel, inspire, and attune. The 7th day is all about using your intuition to guide you further on your mission. This wave spell of the Red Skywalker is all about adventures and getting out of your comfort zone. While today you can resonate more with this energy if you tune in, be prepared to receive messages via dreams or happenstance. Don't disregard their significance. They may be vital clues. Today is Blue Storm, and its keywords are catalyze, energy, and self-generation. Stormy days blow in the changes and can be quite disruptive. Sometimes that's what it takes to move forward, so don't resist it. Harness this intense energy and make big changes in your life. As it is a resonant day, using your intuition will help you understand what changes to make. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Blue Resonant Storm, 7 Kauak, Keen 59, 29th of October 2021, attuning to magical transformation. 29-10-2021 equal 11-10-5 equal 2-15 equal 2-6 equal 8. Day codes 29 trials spiritual strength, 11 portal gate polarity, 2 twins partner cooperation, 8 infinite abundant source flow. Month year codes 10 manifestation authority power, 1 new beginnings leader original, 15 spiritual alchemy charisma magnetism, 6 heaven Christ romance harmony. Keen 59 equal 14 equal 5 liberation. A very powerful magical portal day is on its way, seeking to liberate our planet. The storm is here. Viva la revolution. Editor's note: as I write this, a momentous thunderstorm is happening here with the loudest thunderclap I have ever heard. The thunder beings have arrived. Boom. Day 7 in the Red Skywalker wave spell of awakening to our true selves through exploration and expansion. Today we are clearing out all the emotional debris to create more space for the light to enter. Tone of creation, resonant, tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channel, essence, attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the cleansing and transformational potentials today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel the magical forces. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. So it is very important that we are stable, calm, and receptive to our feelings and what frequencies we are actually emitting as a transmitter to the etheric realm. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all. Number 7 is also the frequency of the mystic and the magician, giving us double the magic today, with the magic monkey in the higher self guide position. Muchos magic is afoot. What are you attuned to today? What type of life are you generating to liberate and express your true self? Today's question is, what debris can I magically transform in order to attune to the higher forces and create space for more light? Divine blessings for the cathartic cleansing today. May the storm bless our planet with multidimensional rainbows. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger. Keen 59, Blue Resonant Storm. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to catalyze, inspiring energy. I seal the matrix of self-generation with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of magic. And on this magical, powerful, and transformational day, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to support our channel and our work and help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge on our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. We have many teachings and trainings there. Those new to our Patreon, you can get the archived links on our website, primedisclosure.com, and click Patreon Teachings and Transmissions on the menu at the top. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister of the Light. We appreciate you very much, and for all your support. And we appreciate every one of you for continuing to support our work. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totem, zodiac goddesses, and angels at her site at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our divine brother of the light, Dr. Mohsen Paul Safaradzi. What to expect within the circa of the next 2 years, 614. The sixth harmonic universe now epitomizes the domain of solar rishi, who actually had to step down their genetics from their 48D status to illuminate the sixth harmonic universe. Accordingly, the whole light spectrum of the Nebadan universe shifted and expanded to reach all the way to the fifth harmonic universe, D13 through D15. That was the old realm of the Rishi. Question: I have seen that even mainstream scientists are speaking about a huge solar storm from the last few weeks, and they're also saying that that solar storm may change the magnetic field of the Earth. What do you think about this? Dr. Sarafarzi: it is correct. A potent plasma light energetic is on its way and progressively continues within every 3 months of change intervals until it is all over with. Ascension and full transmigration of Earth and everything that survives upon it, and other being exited out and transported to other planets, as well as including many dying that will end up in the ethereal communication stations, Morentia schools, to complete their spiritual education. And this is what we're experiencing, beloved beings of light, with these intense activations, light codes, and downloads coming in directly from Solaris and from the great central sun. And these are going to intensify and be empowered. There's just a loud boom, sound like an explosion. I do not know if that was thunder or someone let off an explosive. Just more confirmation from the Great Spirit. So the thunder beings are with us now, the 99 Tengri, the Sky Nation, the Sky Beings. The Dorje and the Vajra are resonating in your heart center. With every breath, the electricity gets more powerful, more intense. This is the cultivation of our sacred chi, our heavenly chi, golden chi, through our prana, our sacred breath. So breathe deep, wayshowers of the new earth, and rise, rise, rise. For we are the keepers of the divine flame. Have a most beautiful and blessed ascension journey. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and shine your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make today the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.